And at the chicane, Luby is attacking Sittner for second in the 2-litre class. Kurt is a very busy man today. He is commuting by plane to drive Vauxhall Lotus single-seaters at Silverstone and the BMW here at Thruxton. And now he's chasing his team leader, Frank Sittner, the champion from 2 years ago. And at the chicane, Gravett, Harvey, Andy Rouse is dropping well back now. And Rob Gravett is coming up to lap one of the BMWs. He is looking absolutely invulnerable, with the knowledge from practice that his tyres will easily last the 20 racing laps, which is clearly more than the others will. So Gravett goes through and laps the BMW. Tim Harvey closing up now to do the same thing, but the gap remains almost constant. Now we're in car with Harvey. That's Gravett ahead in the white Sierra. And Tim, running second, only seems to have one problem, and it's called Rob Gravett. Chicane, battle for fourth, Hathaway, Bristow, Newman, and Newman's lost it! Newman's lost it! Bang! Straight into the new pit wall. Well, poor Mike Newman, second earlier on this year. Here's a replay. Now, was there contact? I don't think so, but Lawrence Bristow's on full left lock, and that is it for poor Mike Newman. Slams into the wall, back across the track, stops on the tarmac. They'll need to get the car out of the way quickly there. But Mike, fortunately, looks to be perfectly okay. End of the lap, Rod Gravett and Mike Smith and team manager, the bearded Rob Vickery, are clearly delighted the gap is being maintained. And look at this, John Cleland in the Vauxhall Cavalier, the British champion in the Vauxhall Astra last year, beating the previously unconquerable BMW M3s. Passes Ray Arms in the Honda Civic 1600, Frank Sittner and Kurt Luby doing the same thing, and John Cleland has created a new 2-litre lap record. 1 minute 24.3 seconds, here he is, 100.7 miles an hour. A really terrific drive. Luby passes Arms, the Honda Civic dropping back. It's got 400 less cc's than the 2-litre cars in front of it, so that's hardly surprising. But there's a 2-litre engine coming for the Honda. And at the complex, there's Baird and Whale, and there's a spin. There's contact, there's a spin. Both off the course. Nick Whale continues. Well, he's got away well, but Baird has stopped. He's rejoining. He's lost 2 places already. And there's Tim Harvey, second in the race, coming up to lap him. And ahead of him, Rod Gravett, pacing himself beautifully to maintain the gap. And here's a replay, Baird and Whale. Now, opinions will differ, but that looked like Baird's corner to me, but Whale was the one who came out best. And now Jeff Allam is really charging, fourth in class behind Cleland in the Vauxhall and the BMWs of Sittner and Luby. And Andy Rouse is in trouble. That's number 1. He's lost contact with the leaders long ago. Now he's fighting to stop Graham Hathaway, number 14, getting 3rd place, and it looks to me as though Hathaway's going to do it. They come through and complete the lap. Hathaway on the inside. He passes Andy Rouse. We're in car. I bet Andy's problem is tyres. He didn't expect them to last at race speed, and they clearly aren't doing so. So now he's driving for points. He's on 10 for 4th place at the moment. But there's Lawrence Bristow behind him, and he's coming up fast. So this is a great race for Graham Hathaway, the ex-British Rallycross champion. It's his first drive in the ex-Mike Smith 1989 Trackstar Sierra Cosworth. And here's ex-British champion Jeff Allam, the man who used to drive the mighty Rover V8s. He's fairly chucking the BMW round Thruxton. 3rd position, 4th position, 5th position. Hathaway, Rouse, Bristow. And now Bristow's going for it. Rouse drifts out wide, loses the place to Lawrence Bristow. Down to 5th position goes Andy Rouse as he drives down towards the chicane. So now the tyre race order is Yokohama, Dunlop and Pirelli, and Andy is now on only 8 points. Into the chicane. There's Rouse. And they go through to complete a lap. And that's obviously a surprise for his mechanics. They were expecting him to come in for new tyres. But he's trying to keep touch with Bristow, hoping someone will strike trouble ahead. Complex, Hathaway third, number 10, Bristow fourth, Andy Rouse fifth, being caught by Sean Walker in 6th place. There's Rouse, look for Walker, there he is in the background. Well, not a good race for the championship leader, Andy Rouse. Down to the chicane in the Virgin White Sierra, Rob Gravitt leads. Closing up to lap Mark Hales's unique Mitsubishi Starion. And Mark is on Firestone tyres, so that's 4 different makes. Here's Gravitt coming up to lap him. Meantime, in car with Andy Rouse, and he's coming into the pits. Now, this looks like tyre changing time at last, and it is. Up goes the car on its pneumatic jacks, on go the pneumatic tyre wrenches, off come the old tyres and wheels, on go the new ones. Andy gesticulating from inside the car, down it goes, back onto the track again. Andy punches the accelerator, and out goes the Ford Sierra Cosworth. He rejoins in 11th position, out of the points, and he was leading the championship. And that is what heat, 600 horsepower and Thruxton can do to the wrong compound. Blister the tread and ruin the grip. Last lap, shouts Mike Smith to the unhearing Rob Gravitt. There he is on his victorious way. The right car, the right tyres, the right driver. But without sponsorship, we may sadly be seeing the last of the talented Rob for this year. And this is the battle for third. Hathaway, Bristow and Walker. Hathaway, another fine driver who's grossly underfunded. His colour scheme looks like an ordinary road car. Look at it. Plain red and white, number 14. Ford Sierra Cosworth, and it's a Ford Sierra Cosworth behind him, that of Lawrence Bristow. He hasn't got a sponsorship problem. Now, Bristow is attacking, and Hales is off. Mark Hales off in the Mitsubishi, as out of Brooklands come Hathaway third, Bristow fourth, Walker fifth. And Bristow's going for it now. This is his last chance. There's Gravitt, almost home ahead of Harvey, but he's absolutely safe. He's almost home, and Mike Smith bursts a blood vessel with delight as teammate Rob Gravitt wins at Thruxton. Chicane, third Hathaway, fourth Bristow, fifth Walker. Can there be a change in the closing yards of the race? The answer is no. It's Hathaway in third position. And John Cleland's superb Vauxhall Cavalier is going to handsomely beat the previously unbeatable BMW M3s to win the 2-litre class. Ahead of Frank Sidner, Kurt Luby and Jeff Allen, and there they are on their way down to Brooklands for the last time, and Jeff Allen can be proud of a fine recovery from a rotten start. So it's just into the chicane now, and there's a crash, collision. Luby hits Sidner, both BMW spin. Jeff Allen goes through into second place. Sidner and Luby recover, but it is too late. And there is Andy Rouse finishing 10th for 1 point.
And the last corner has a dramatic effect on the result, and on this occasion the fault lies with the over-enthusiastic Kurt Luby, whose mistake allowed Jeff Allen an unlikely second in class. The 2-litre formula order, Cleland, Allen, Sidner, but at the front of the field, Rob Gravitt from Harvey and Hathaway had proved his point to whatever potential sponsor may have been watching.
Now we needed some funds to run the car for another race. I'm pleased. Yeah, I'm pleased. I think we deserved it, to be honest with you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm pleased, very pleased.
No doubting that. Gravett claims third in the overall championship. Frank Sittner, despite his last corner mugging, takes over the championship lead from Andy Rouse, whose tyre problems were even greater. And with Gravett and Cleland winning their classes with great authority, the championship looks